What's up, guys? This is Nate24 the Great, back with a brand new video. In today's video, I will be talking about the Chapter 5 Season 1 storyline. So in case you didn't know, recently Donald Mustard retired, and he used to be the creative director of Fortnite. He was the main, push behind the Fortnite storyline. But recently they have swapped over to a new creative director, so the storyline kind of had a soft reboot, if you would. Everything that happened in the past is still canon. It all still matters and is relevant in today's day, but the storyline now it's kind of on a different path under the new creative director. So the storyline isn't as complicated, and it's more off in a different direction, if you would. It's not too crazy right now. So to recap, in Chapter 4, Dr. Sloan paid Nolan Chance to assemble a crew of people to steal Kato Thorne's time machine. John Jones then used that time machine to go back to Fortnite OG. That's why we went back to Fortnite OG for a month. Once we were there in Fortnite OG, John Jones slowly took the time machine and got it to Dusty Depot, where he attached it onto the rocket, and that led to the Big Bang event. That was basically the end event 2.0. So the rocket takes off at Dusty in the Big Bang event, and it goes into the 0 point again. It hits the 0 point, and we have a second Big Bang or black hole, and that leads us into Chapter 5. The realities were kind of split up. We saw the different realities during the Big Bang event, but really it was more of a promotion for all the different modes. So then that leads us to Chapter 5. In Chapter 5, the storyline is that John Jones is trying to save Peely from the Society. The Society are the elite and the rich people in the Fortnite island, and they kidnapped Peely. We don't have a specific reason for why they kidnapped Peely. But it is believed that Peely has the ability to see the future. And I know this seems kind of crazy, but if we go back to Chapter 1, Bunker Jonesy drank the Peely smoothie, and after he drank the Peely smoothie, he was able to see into the future. So it's believed that Peely actually has the powers to let people see into the future, making him very important for other people to have. This also lines up with the tier 100 of the skin, or the tier 100 of this battle pass. If you look at one of her loading screens, you can see her studying the past to try and get more knowledge about the Fortnite island and the 0 point and such forth. So it would make sense why they would want control of Peely, why they would want him, because he's an important asset. So basically the storyline is that John Jones is trying to get Peely back from the Society, and John Jones is part of the Underground, which is a society against the Society. So basically that's it for the storyline. It's not anything too crazy or anything 100 different fractions and such forth, but really the storyline right now is not too confusing. It's very straightforward, and this may change with future updates, as the story continues to evolve and the game continues to evolve. A lot of people think that this Peely storyline is just to get it started with the new creative director, and then in future seasons, next season and continuing on, the storyline is gonna slowly build up to have more of an impact like it used to in Fortnite OG. in chapter 1, because in chapter 1 the storyline was it wasn't too complicated and it was very easy to follow, but it still had weight, it still had importance. And a lot of people believe that we're starting small with the storyline so we could eventually build back up to that point we had in chapter 1. So yeah, that's basically it for today's video. That is what we know right now. So if you just want the straight facts, click off now. But we do have some speculation of what we think can happen. We don't have any confirmation on this, but it is some speculation and some things that do support it on the island, so it would make sense. A lot of people think that Midas will be coming back in the very near future. And we did see him get eaten by a shark, but just because we've seen him get eaten by a shark doesn't mean he's dead technically. It's like a lot of different universes, they bring back, you know, characters that were thought to be dead, but I mean, really, unless you see a dead body, are they really dead? And I know that's crazy out of context, but like, if you are a member of the Marvel or the Star Wars universes, you will know that if a character is, you know, quote unquote dead, they're not really dead most of the time. A lot of companies and different like producers bring back dead characters from time to time. So anyways, back on track. The reason why we believe Midas is going to be coming back is because I'll put an image up on screen, but it almost looks like Midas's hands and his eye are like the symbol for the society this season. And you may be like, well, that's a bit of a stretch, but if you take a look across the island, Midas's yacht is actually on this map. The Marigold, it's called, is actually on this map, and it's just an all black version instead of the white version. And you may be like, oh, well, they may have just reused the assets. It could just be, you know, whatever. But the doors from the chapter 2 map in the agency, the doors that we see in the trailer, are also on this map. And that was when we first got introduced to Midas. We saw those doors, and we saw that in the agency trailer. And now we see them again. So a lot of people are trying to, you know, connect these dots and see some like similarities here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As I said earlier, there's a good chance that the story evolves and changes, whether it's, you know, throughout the next few weeks when we're getting new updates, or whether it's, you know, the next few seasons or so. But I think that Midas returning is like something completely possible. I don't think it's out of the picture. Let me know what you guys think of the storyline right now. Do you think it's too boring? Do you think it's better because it's easier to understand? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.